In this session, we will be discussing legal metrology and its importance, the laws that regulate legal metrology, and how the consumer is ensured that he is safe in the market and gets the correct weight and measure. So, in this session, we will essentially be talking about the legal metrology provisions and its various implications for the consumers. Let us understand first of all what is legal metrology. Metrology refers to science of measurement. Legal metrology is a branch of metrology that deals with the unit of weight and measurement, method of weight and measurement, weighing and measuring instruments in relation to the mandated technical and legal requirement which have the object of ensuring public guarantee from the point of view of security and accuracy of weights and measurement. So essentially legal metrology deals with the weight and measurements of large number of products that we are buying in our day-to-day life. Let's look at the constitutional provisions. It was the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution that dealt with the implementation of the law relating to weights and measures in the following terms. Establishment of standard of weights and measure under Union List entry 50, and second, weights and measure except establishment of standards under concurrent list, and that was in the entry 33A. So it was essentially the 42nd Amendment through which the weights and measure activities came into the country. The most important is the Legal Metrology Act of 2009. We also had an act earlier which was known as the Weights and Measure Act. Now we have the Legal Metrology Act of 2009. Is the act that regulates weights and measurement in the country. So this is the most important act which is really regulating the weights and measurement in the country. It was implemented with effect from April 2011, which is a combination of essentially the two previous legislations, that is Standard of Weight and Measure Act 1976 and Standards of Weight Enforcement Act of 1985. So these two acts were in fact merged and superseded, and essentially you have the Legal Metrology Act of 2009 which came into force in 2011. Now, in order to ensure uniform enforcement of laws relating to legal metrology in the country, the government has enacted following rules. So every act has rules. The government has brought out the following rules. The first is the Legal Metrology General Rules of 2011, the Legal Metrology Package Commodity Rules of 2011, the Legal Model Approval Rules of 2011, the Legal Metrology National Standard Rules of 2011, the Legal Metrology Numeration Rules of 2011, Indian Institute of Legal Metrology Rule 2011. We have the Indian Institute of Legal Metrology that essentially imparts capacity building in the area of legal metrology. Then we have the Legal Metrology Approved Test Center Rules of 2013. There are a large number of test centers in the country which are approved by the Legal Metrology Department, and the products are tested there and brought to the market. The State Legal Metrology Enforcement Rules of 2011. So we have around 7-8 rules that followed the Legal Metrology Act of 2009, which are really, these rules have made this act operational. Now, if you look at the salient features of the Legal Metrology Act, they are as follows. Every unit of weight and measure in accordance with basic metric system will be based on the following standards. The base unit of length shall be the meter. So any other unit that was there before the existence of this length, which is looked as meter, is not now recognized. Mass shall be the kilogram, that is the kg that we are looking at. So whenever we buy any product, if somebody tries to weigh it with stone or any other thing, that is illegal. It is not as per the Legal Metrology Act. Time shall be in seconds, electric current shall be ampere, thermodynamic temperature shall be Kelvin, luminous intensity shall be candela, and amount of subsistence shall be mole. So these are the basic units of measurement that have been provided by the Legal Metrology Act. Any other measurement that somebody claims or any organization claims is illegal if it does not conform to these basic units of measurement. The other second most important is the declaration and packed commodity rules. So any commodity that is packed has to have certain declarations, which we will see what those declarations are in the next preceding slides. Registration of manufacturer, packer or importer of packed commodities is mandatory now. So anybody who wants to manufacture, who wants to pack or import any pre-packed commodity, he has to register himself. So registration for importer of weights and measures. So any importer who wants to import anything relating to weights and measures, he has to also register himself under the Act. Prohibition on manufacture, repair, sale of weights and measures without licenses. So every product, every weight and measure that is repaired or sold or manufactured instrument, that has to be under a license. Weighing and measuring instruments without model approval and manufacturing license. So you may have large number of weighing instruments, but if they are not approved by the manufacturer or they do not have a license, it is illegal. Verification, stamping of weights and measures. So every weight and measure has to be verified and stamped. Unless it is stamped, it is not illegal. It cannot be taken for granted that the weights are true. Offences and penalties have also been provided under the Act. Compounding of cases, again, offences is there, and the central government has the rule-making power. Now, to protect the consumers in their day-to-day life, when they buy a product, the Legal Metrology Packed Commodity Rules of 2011 prescribe that a number of mandatory declarations are to be made on every package. So whenever you buy a package, now what you have to see, it should be a packed commodity. The first thing is name and address of the manufacturer, packer, importer should be there. Now these are all mandatory under the Legal Metrology Packed Commodity Rules. So the first is the name and address of the manufacturer, packer or the importer, generic name of the commodity when it is pre-packed, net quantity of weight, measure, number in unit and size of commodity if applicable. So you can have in kgs, grams, whatever it is. Month and year of manufacturing, maximum retail price of the product including of all taxes. Therefore, the MRP should be written on the product and nobody can charge more than MRP. Customer care number, name, address and phone number of person or office which can be contacted in case of consumer complaint should be there. So these are the 6 important provisions which are there on every packed commodity that is available in the market. This will help the consumer know from where the product has come, what is the price, what is the consumer care number, what is the net weight of the product. Apart from this, the additional declarations are also on every package, that is size and dimension of commodity packed has to be there. Name, address, phone number, person who can be in the office can be contacted for consumer complaints. Sometimes when you have if it is a vegetarian, non-vegetarian, then you have to put a green dot, and if it is a non-vegetarian, then you have to have a red dot. Sticker can be used for declaration other than the declaration requirement to be made under these rules. Registration of packer, importer or packed commodity is mandatory. Different and dual MRP on same product for different outlets is prohibited. Therefore, MRP has to be same. Individual sticker on package for altering or making declaration is not permissible. So these are some of the additional precautions. So whenever you buy a product, you have to look at these 6 mandatory declarations and also see that there is no sticker put over any of the marking that is prescribed under the legal metrology rules. The rules also provide that if anyone delivering less quantity to the consumer, it is a violation of provisions of the Legal Metrology Act and rules and is punishable offense. No trader can charge legally more than MRP. It will be an offense and he will be prosecuted. No packer trader can paste any sticker on the printed MRP on plea of rate revision. He shall be charged with the fine of 5,000 rupees. Declaration to be made on area of display of at least 40% of total surface area of pack. So if a commodity package is there, 40% of the total area should have all these declarations. Size of letters, digits increase double on small packs and 1.5 times on bigger packs. So the font size is bigger so that you can read it. Net quantity checking is more scientific, and barcoding has to also be there, but it is on a voluntary basis. The activities provide for the Act and rules provide for a mechanism to redress consumer grievances. If a violation by trader takes place, the consumer may proceed to file a complaint. At the first tier, nodal officer or legal metrology at the state or the union territory with the following information: complete address, phone and email of trader, name of commodity and its quantity purchased, proof of purchase, so you need to have your bill and invoice, serial number of weightage scale used for weighing. If shopkeeper refuses to give above details, photograph of shop and product purchase may also be provided, uploaded with the complaint and required. Now that is the first stage. In the second stage, that is which is called as the second tier, the consumer can file a complaint at the district forum. That is under the Consumer Protection Act. Every district has a district forum where complaints up to 20 lakh can be filed. State commissions where complaints above 20 lakh to 1 crore can be filed. And you have the National Commission where complaints above 1 crore rupees can be filed. So this is what the Legal Metrology Act provides. It provides for the basic understanding of a consumer of what type of weights and measures he needs to look at. When he is buying a product, what are the basic information that he should see on the packed commodity. And above all, if he has a complaint, where he should go and complain. That is, first tier is the legal metrology officer at the local level, and he can also go to file a complaint under the Consumer Protection Act. So this is what we are discussing in the legal metrology session. Thank you.